Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico. A fabulous location for a race. This is a destination race. Not only is this a beautiful location, but the course is unbelievable. This is what you can expect on today's show. San Juan, Puerto Rico welcomes back the Ironman 70.3. And yes, it is one of the most beautiful and historical cities on any race schedule in any sport. A destination race that is not only known for its beauty, but also for its brawn. To win any race is an achievement. To win it back-to-back does not happen often. Yet, the Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico welcomes back two champions. Kelly Williamson represents the professional class of women, while Tim O'Donnell heads up an outstanding field of men. Both are two-time defending champions, and to say the least, they have a target on their back.
Sure, there probably is a target on my back, just because guys know I know how to win on this course. But you know, when you're at that top level of the sport, guys are always looking at you anyway. So you know, people may be looking at me, but there's guys that I'm looking at too, because I know how strong they are.
A three-peat would be amazing, but I also know it's much more competitive. It's a different year, and I have that target on my back, and so. But the way I see it too, some of these other women do as well, because these women have great resumes.
There are many stars to this race, and this is the deepest field of pros since the Ironman Hawaii in 2012. What can you expect? Well, the answers lie ahead as we look back at the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico, as all the action starts right now. So as you can tell, we do have a competitive race ahead of us. These racers are some of the top professionals in the sport, but their first obstacle is the swim with a strong current. Even though what is about to take place is grueling and unforgiving, there is something about the morning before the start of an Ironman 70.3 that is mysterious and calming. Yes, there is movement and excitement, but there is a certain stillness in the air. The anticipation of what is to come is unpredictable. For most, finishing is a huge achievement. For others, they compete with themselves on achieving a personal best. And for the elite, they will be arm in arm, handlebar to handlebar, and foot to foot, striving to be the best. And for one, his desire to compete is inspiration in itself, and ranks in a class that gives creed to sheer determination and will. With a shot of a cannon, the bevy of activity will ignite a day that will fill a lifetime of memory. That time has come. The Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico is about to begin. In the warm waters of the lagoon, the pro men anticipated the start of the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico. The 1.9-kilometer point-to-point swim was every bit as competitive as expected. With the water temperature in the 70s, the men dashed out to a clean start. They set off as a pack and would pretty much stay that way. Carlos Quinchera took a slight lead, setting the pace for the front group of swimmers. Meanwhile, 5 minutes later, it was the ladies who got their opportunity to compete. A fast start indeed, as we had a front pack of extremely talented and world-class swimmers. It was no surprise that taking the lead would be Hella Fredrickson. The event organizer, Arturo Diaz, explains the dynamics of the swim.
The swim is a point-to-point swim, yet it's not a straight line. Therefore, you're going to experience a lagoon protected by the heavy ocean waves. So it's going to be pretty calm. The temperature is going to be great. There's some manatees in the lagoon. So where can you do that in a race? Not only that, you're going to face some currents in some moments that are going to help you, some are not going to help you. So there's some challenge in the swim, but yet it's a pretty fast point-to-point swim.
Arturo was correct. The swim was fast, as the leader David Kahn clocked in at 23:32. He exits the water on the steep staircase, as Jared Schumacher follows his lead. For the ladies, Hella Fredrickson established a fast pace and a lead of 4 body lengths. On the run to the first transition, Jared stayed focused. He exited second out of the water, but as the front pack turned toward the stretch, he was arm in arm with the leader. Hella exited the water for the ladies, maintaining her lead. Her split for the swim was 25-20. On the bike course with two-time defending champion Tim O'Donnell. He certainly likes the setting and backdrop of the race here in Puerto Rico.
You know, for me, I feel really all of our races should be in settings like San Juan here. I mean, you're by the beach, warm water, great conditions, and a good atmosphere. You know, I was here for the inaugural race 2 years ago, and the crowd was unbelievable. And the support I've had, you know, from fans watching me here in San Juan over the years, it's just been building and growing. And they keep tabs on me throughout the year, and I'm always getting notes from everybody. So it's really a special event, and you know, for me, it's one of my favorites. And I kind of wish, you know, every race was like this.
Yes, Puerto Rico is a great destination. Leanda Cave was second out of the water with a time of 26:04. Ben Collins was settling in nicely on the bike as the leader. The performance he would turn out on the bike would be amazing as he would build a substantial lead. The ladies would exit the swim to bike transition in hopes of catching the leader, Hella Fredrickson. Hella had the lead for the moment, but that would not last. When we come back, questions arise as our back-to-back champions are being challenged. Their three-peat is on the line. Plus, Puerto Rico is a destination race unlike no other. We'll show you that and much more as the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico continues after this. The Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico is being brought to you by BN Sports, the market leaders for endurance events in the sports entertainment industry. Visit them online at bnsportsllc.com. By Gatorade, for the deep down body thirst. Win from within. By SeePuertoRico.com. Please visit them online. By Mill Harbor, our good friend in Puerto Rico and the world. By Delta Airlines. Visit delta.com. And by the Conrad San Juan Condado Plaza. So after the first transition, our back-to-back champions, both on the men's and women's side, are trailing. Will they be able to make up the time? Let's find out. Welcome back to the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico, a fabulous destination race that welcomes athletes from all over the world. There is nothing better than taking the time to take in the sights and sounds of old San Juan. With that said, stage 2 of the race is well underway, and defending two-time champion Tim O'Donnell is definitely in the hunt. He looks behind him, but it's ahead of him that he is most concerned with. Ben Collins has made his way into the lead on the wet pavement. Of course, we're also keeping an eye on the women. For the ladies, Hella Fredrickson is in a zone all her own. Trailing behind her is the consistent Camilla Peterson. She finished second in Panama. And in third, chatting with her camera operator, is Savenya Balzan. She was fourth after the swim. While the competitors enjoy cooling off with a quick burst of rain, we emphasize that there might not be a better destination race on the Ironman circuit.
It's a destination race. Not too many races you get to plan a vacation around it. And to all those Ironman triathletes that want to spend some time with the family, some quality time with the family, especially when people in the States are in their mid-40s to low 40 degrees. Well, look around. This is a great place to come.
There is no argument there. When you look at this sport, the Ironman competition is now the second fastest growing participation sport in the world. There is good reason. In fact, many reasons, as Alejandro explains.
First of all, it's a challenge. People have gone, you have athletes that are the type A personalities, the go-getters, goal-oriented individuals that want to achieve more in life, that they fall out of the curve. They're just very into their exercise. And also you have athletes that have come through a past experience. Either they are cancer survivors or they came back from the military and they were serving duty and they say, this is, I'm not going to stay at home and watch TV for the rest of my life. I want to do something with this and make an example and get to the next level. And that's basically, in my opinion, one of the biggest incentives for athletes to join the sport.
The pro men have plenty of incentive as the competition is tightening up. Andrew Sturkowitz moves into second place, just ahead of the two-time defending champion, Tim O'Donnell. Both are outstanding cyclists. Pacing and knowing your race is key to any triathlete. Andrew knows that he will have to keep Tim as far back as possible. The run still lies ahead, and that could very well be the difference maker. Ben Collins is the current leader, and he leads by nearly 2 minutes. It's not a gap that can't be closed. but it will take some effort by the cyclists who are in the chase. Hella Fredrickson for the ladies is the current leader. There is no doubt that Hella is the top of her game, having a complete race. She was the first out of the water and reached the swim to bike transition with a 44-second lead. For now, Hella looks like she's in a race all by herself. With that being the case, she'll really get to enjoy one of the most beautiful courses in the sport, a true destination race with plenty of attraction.
I would say the attraction for most of the eventers that come to the Ironman San Juan, it comes from two things. First of all, the location itself is so beautiful. I mean, you really have very few opportunities where you run an event like this in such a historic place. So as an athlete, you get to see the historic side of Puerto Rico. You get to become a tourist in a way. Also, one of the things that attracts a lot of these athletes to come back is the fact that you're still in the United States, you speak English, we deal with the same currency, it's safe, it's part of, like I said, it's part of the United States, and it's a beautiful place to bring your family. Puerto Rico is a very family-oriented tourist destination, and you see it when you run the event. The fans, the people who come to cheer you, they're all families and friends of the people who are running, so you get that family spirit when you come and do the event. And I think that helps a lot in having the athletes come back and experience the island as a tourist.
There is so much to experience when you visit Puerto Rico, and that is what we discovered when we ventured out to the rainforest. This is just one of many sights for the athletes to see and experience above and beyond racing in the Ironman. Hidden caves, dramatic waterfalls, and picturesque valleys capped off an amazing day of discovery. Back out on the course, Ben Collins has established quite a lead on the bike. He is all alone and no one else is in sight. The question now is, can Ben maintain this incredible pace without burning out? The rest of the pack falls in line as the bright sunshine starts to heat up the course and dry the street. In the pack is two-time defending champion Tim O'Donnell. Prior to the race, I asked him what his favorite part of the course is and what is the most challenging.
My favorite part about the course here in San Juan is probably the bike, just because it's fast and you can get some crosswinds that'll break up the groups and kind of make it an honest ride. I would say the run because it really is a beautiful course, but it's hard. So I don't, it may be fun to be out there, but usually during the race you're not enjoying the run too much.
Well, the pain of the 21-kilometer run awaits all the athletes. But for now, Tim's biggest challenge is to catch the current men's leader, Ben Collins, who is showing no signs of slowing down. The same can be said for our ladies' leader, Hella Fredrickson. The high drama of this event continues to unfold. When we come back, the bike-to-run transition takes place, and the final stage of the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico gets underway. Much more from San Juan after this. Welcome back to the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico. Stage 2 of the event is settling in nicely, and we have some serious racing unfolding. First for the men, Ben Collins is still the current leader, but Andrew Sturkowitz is gaining ground. As mentioned earlier, Andrew is a great cyclist, and he looks quite comfortable as he eyes the road ahead in search of a glimpse of the leader, Ben Collins. Ben approaches the turnaround with extreme caution. Tropical weather brings occasional tropical rain. The roads are slick, and rumor has it that our two-time defending champion Tim O'Donnell took a spill on his bike due to the wet pavement. Ben manages the turnaround without incident and continues on his way. He is setting a pace to finish stage 2 of the race in less than 2 hours. On this course, with a number of rollers and occasional rain, that time is an incredible feat to achieve. For the women, Hella Fredrickson has established a fast pace, and she sits alone in the lead, but that will soon change. Hella appeared to be speaking to her support team about her water bottle. Assistance would soon be approaching as the next water station was coming up. With that said, Svenja Baslin would appear over the left shoulder of Hella. Mixed in with the age groupers, Svenja took the opportunity to make the pass, and in doing so, took over the lead in stage 2 of the women's race. With event traffic on both sides of the road, and with age groupers crowding the street, the course takes on quite a different challenge. Mental toughness in every crank of the pedal takes focus and concentration. One wrong move could prove to be a disaster. For Hella, she might have lost the lead, but still has her focus as she comes out of the saddle, keeping Svenja in striking distance. As for the pack of men, they're now grouped together, chasing the leader Ben Collins, who has stretched his lead to more than 2 minutes. The bike-to-run transition awaits the men. Ben Collins, with a police escort, is now quickly approaching the transition area. He has to be careful in his approach before he pedals down the final straightaway. With the sun blazing, Ben hopes to have plenty left in the tank to withstand the challenging run ahead. He slips out of his pedals and gingerly steps onto the pavement as his brain registers that it's now time to run. It's also now time to find a spot in the transition. He passes by it and then quickly goes through his checklist as he gets set to hit the 21-kilometer run. Ben outpaced everyone during stage 2 of the race, but even though no one else is in sight, things could quickly change. Andrew Sturkowicz is Ben's closest competitor, and he enters the transition area. He's 2:35 behind. Others come into the transition area, including Dirk Bockel, and beyond him, the defending 2-time champion Tim O'Donnell. Quite a bit behind is Germany's Faris Alsatan. The Ironman legend is out of contention for the win today, but put into perspective, the key to a perfect race.
The perfect race is where you hit that mindset and where you have you put in the effort, you feel the pain, but the pain feels good. And mentally you're somewhere between here and there, and it's very, very hard to hit that spot. And usually if you do, then you have a really great performance.
That is excellent perspective from one of the best. Our leading ladies are fast approaching the transition area. Svenja Baslin leads Helle Fredriksson by a slight margin. Every second counts as they prepare to step off their bikes onto the pavement. Their time in the transition area will be minimal as they have one thing on their mind, and that is the run ahead. They unload side by side, but it's Svenja who gets out first. Also in the transition area is Camilla Peterson. She is having a great race and is very consistent. You might recall that Camilla took second place in Panama. And speaking of Panama, we look back on our trip to Eurofusion in the Panama rainforest with great fun. We received an excellent tour from CEO Michael Horth, and now a fan of the sport of the Ironman, Michael traveled to Puerto Rico to again give his support and take in the race.
Puerto Rico has been just an incredible event. I mean, really, the people here are great. The image in the background, the ocean, the whole thing. I mean, the race was really good. They're all really challenging athletes, and they're all just so special. They really do this. It's for their own well-being, and they really just enjoy what they're doing.
One young lady that has enjoyed this race is 2-time defending champion Kelly Williamson. Kelly is an outstanding athlete. She knows how tough this race can be, and she definitely wants to win again.
You know, to me, it would mean a ton to win this race. It really would. Like, I don't want to, I keep that a lot to myself because it's personal goals, but a perfect race would be putting together, 3 solid disciplines, but ultimately, yeah, I mean, I want to be not even just top 3. I want to be contending for that first spot, and I'll be honest about that. So it would mean a lot. It would mean a lot to me to be able to defend this title. And so I'm excited to do it, and I'm excited that it is a harder field because it makes it, if I can do that, it makes it that much more meaningful.
Going into the run, Kelly has some time that she needs to make up. After the second transition, the most difficult aspect of the race lies ahead, and that is the run. The one good thing, they get to run through Old San Juan, but it's hilly and the heat is brutal. Ben Collins is finding that out fast as he climbs one of several hills. He's all alone at the moment, but the race is certain to change. The change for the women is happening right now as Helle Fredriksson takes back the lead as the crowd shows their support. Stage 3 of the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico is underway. When we come back, it's the race to the finish. The Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico is being brought to you by BN Sports, the market leaders for endurance events in the sports entertainment industry. Visit them online at bnsportsllc.com. By Gatorade, for the deep down body thirst. Win from within. By cpuertorico.com. Please visit them online. By Mill Harbor, our good friend in Puerto Rico and the world. By Delta Airlines. Visit delta.com. And by the Conrad San Juan Condado Plaza. Yes, welcome back to the final stage of the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, Puerto Rico. Ben Collins had put together a spectacular race, leading the charge since the opening swim. He negotiated the streets of Old San Juan, only to give up the lead to Andrew Starkowitz, who looked like he could run a full marathon. While Andrew took over as the new leader, Bertrand Billard slid into the second spot. He would not catch the leader, but would hold off back-to-back champion Tim O'Donnell. Andrew picked up the pace as he would go on to win in spectacular fashion.
This is the first time in 2 years I wasn't in the lead in a half distance or longer race. I'm coming off the bike, and and Ben just kept putting more and more time into me, and I was pushing, and then I know that everybody was coming from behind, and I knew I had to put it together and have a great day, and God, I thank God I did. I mean, I can't be more happy, and all the support of everybody, my coaches, my family, my wife who's here. It was just, to put it together in front of support like this is priceless.
That sense of accomplishment and excitement would be felt by our ladies winner, Hella Fredrickson. She was unbelievably strong down the stretch. Her swim and bike talents were complemented by the performance she put together on the run. It was a pleasure watching her win this race.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome your winner of the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan, presented by SeaPuertoRico.com, from Denmark, Hella Fredrickson.
I don't know what to say. Like, I was thinking, like, okay, can I keep up with those girls out there on the bike? I know I'm a fast swimmer. I come from I was a national swimmer in the 90s. Then getting on the bike, I was like, I'm in the lead. It's like, okay, go, just go.
How was it running in San Juan and participating in this event? Was it scenic? Did you get to enjoy the scenery?
Yeah, I did actually get to enjoy it. I love the setting. I love how the organizers has done this event, the spectators and everything, and everybody has been so sweet towards me. So I'm just happy I took the opportunity to come.
And so are we. Hella had an amazing race. Finishing in second was Svenja Baslin, followed by Camilla Peterson in third. And the two-time defending champion Kelly Williamson finished in fourth. For the men, once again, it was Andrew Starkowitz finishing first, followed by Bertrand Billard, while two-time defending champion Tim O'Donnell placed third. So it was another fabulous year here in San Juan, Puerto Rico at the Jeep Ironman 70.3 San Juan. It was an amazing race, but no more back-to-back champions. But those champions will be back next year to try to reclaim their title. For all the competitors and for everyone that finished, congratulations. From San Juan, Puerto Rico, I'm Paul Higgins. Thanks for watching. Accommodations in San Juan, Puerto Rico provided by the Conrad San Juan Condado Plaza. This fashionable resort is located overlooking the Atlantic Ocean and Condado Lagoon. Enjoy a wonderful stay with easy access to Old San Juan and more. Visit them online for reservations.